Several months ago, I attempted to beat one of the most frustrating, annoying, painful maps that I have ever played, and that map was the Fall Guys hallway. It's safe to say that things did not go well, and in the end I didn't beat the map. However, after many months of regaining some of my mental health, just a slither after that headache-inducing day, I'm back. And we're beating this goddamn map. Now please do bear with me here, this is the first custom map I've done in this style of video, and it will more than likely be a mess. Although, now that I say that aloud, this video would still be just as big a mess if it were live commed, as for an hour whilst recording this, all I wanted to do was throw my head through a window, because that is exactly the type of map that this is. Usually as well, I'd be like, oh, here's the first attempt. We did pretty well here. Yeah, not today. You see, if I were to go through every single attempt of this video, it would be an hour long, because there is a lot of them. And the first handful of attempts really reminded me as to why I didn't bother reattempting this sooner. In the very first attempt, I died after about a minute. I'm not joking, I genuinely died that quickly. Mainly because I forgot that there was a zombie spawn in the ground in the starting area. So, whilst I was trying to take out zombies, although I didn't know if I could even call them zombies, I mean, like, look at them. But anyway, as I'm doing that, I get gangbanged by a few zombies from behind, which not only reminded me about that spawn, but also all of the sadness that it was about to bring. But there is one thing that this map does that keeps the hope of beating it alive, and that is this invincibility drop. You get about 30 seconds where you can't die, although saying that, it's basically just the biggest false sense of security, as you may think that you're about to blitz everything, but in reality you're just prolonging the inevitable, and by that I mean death. The second this power up is done, I'm back on the ground 2 more times, and this first run lasted just 90 seconds. Why did I do this to myself? This was how the next few runs went as well. Spawn in, mad panic for about a minute, then die. But it didn't stay like that. One of the runs did start with a little bit of panicking and a down, but it was what came after I got the revive which saved the run, and that was a pack-a-punch drop. Yes, that's right, there is pack-a-punch drops that I also completely forgot about. So, we got our cap upgraded and now we can start blasting. And we didn't just start blasting either, we started to move through the map, and pretty quickly. About 30 or so seconds after getting the pack-a-punch drop, I was opening up this door and clearing this jumping puzzle for the first time this run. I'd be lying if I said I didn't, but for a split second I thought that maybe this wasn't going to be too hard after all. That feeling only strengthened once I opened up the next door and got a couple of nice back-to-back drops, one being the invincibility drop, and so with that I spun the box a few times and ended up with monkeys and the Tommy gun. However, like I said earlier, false sense of security and all that. I opened the next door, but it would be the last of the run. I tried taking out some of the zombies with the Tommy gun to preserve some ammo in my upgraded gun, which was a huge mistake and almost immediately bit me in the ass as I died very quickly. And I'm not gonna lie, this is where the pain really started to set in. You see, that prior run was maybe the 3rd or 4th attempt, and I won't lie, I got a little ahead of myself, thinking that this won't be that difficult. I'm doing this well already, this is gonna get so much easier. Yeah, I was very wrong. Over the next 10 to 15 runs, I did nothing other than get bullied by the game. Spawn in, buy quick revive, down, revive, die, repeat, just over and over and over. What made it worse was every now and then I'd escape the constant cycle of hell that was the spawn. I'd make it to maybe the 1st or 2nd obstacle, but then I'd fall off the map and die, or get myself trapped as all the zombies respawn, or reload my gun at the wrong time and then be surrounded by death in an instant. This map was destroying me with ease, all whilst I got more and more frustrated with every run. That was until one run. At this point I'd been going maybe 30 minutes. I'd died God knows how many times, but I'd still only gotten as far as that 4th run with the Tommy gun. I learned pretty quickly that this map was just a game of luck, getting the right drops early game and then using those to help me get through those first few obstacles, and this run had that luck. First off, we get an insta-kill, and had I not, I would have for sure taken it down. From here, when I was once again very close to going down, I get myself a death machine, which not only keeps me alive, it gets me a ton of points and a pack-a-punch drop, which is just perfect. Shortly later, I had the task of making it over the first real challenge area of the map, but with a little bit of patience, we made it over. Now that I had a pack-a-punch gun, killing the enemies and staying alive was the easy part. The difficult part was prolonging that life. So when I got a break, I hit the box and got myself the MX9. It's not the best, but I didn't exactly have the liberty of time on my side, so it did the job. It also led me to taking my first down. A little annoying, yes, but I wasn't going to let that stop my good start. In an earlier run, I saw that the split path confuses the hell out of the zombie AI, and that I could use that to my advantage, which is what I did. Basically playing hopscotch between the two paths, only to have the imminent fear of falling to my death with every jump. Luckily, I made it work. I got a few more nice drops whilst doing this, including death machines and double points, which was exactly what I needed as I grinded together all the points I could need. After some time, I had about 18,000 points, so I moved on. I actually got through a few more areas and ended up finding Jug, which was a lifesaver, although I had now spent all of my points, which luckily didn't matter too much as I got myself another double point and another death machine, which made getting those points back a breeze. I moved forward once again, and from here I found speed, which was a godsend, and the Pack-a-Punch, which with a well-timed nuke I opted to use and got the MX9 upgraded. Now this is when my luck begins to run out. From here onwards, the drops begin to dry up, and when I was getting drops, they were fire sales and carpenters, which just weren't what I needed. Before long, I was running low on ammo, no wall buys for either gun, so I couldn't buy ammo. That was when I then remembered a wall buy I'd seen earlier of the death machine, so I headed back down to that area, but as I went to buy the gun, all of the zombies just swarmed me, and I had no chance of getting out of there alive. I didn't even get a chance to buy the gun, and with that, my best run so far burned to the ground. The next few runs were once again painful, but I now knew how to play the map, and after only a couple more attempts, I was back on it, and this was the one. I spawn in, buy quick revive, and then immediately go down. After reviving, I get a few nice drops, including double points and a Pack-a-Punch drop, which gets me out of the spawn room. From here, I make it to the first jumping puzzle and spin the box where I pull the rift, which is an insane pickup in custom zombies. But I then get stuck on this moving like dildo thing and take another down. From here, it's make or break, so I keep on grinding out the points. I get the rift Pack-a-Punch via a drop and also get stamina bought. Once I reach around 28,000 points, I'm off. Jug is bought next, and soon after the overkill and speed are acquired. I am now probably in the best spot I'd ever been in, and confidence was booming. Things only got better for me as when I moved into uncharted territory, I found double tap. Now I had the best 4 perks I could want, and honestly 2 of the best guns I could get. If I were to screw this run up, there'd be no coming back. However, after grinding together some more points to get me into the final stretch, things did take a turn. I didn't die or anything like that, but once I got into the final section, my point gain got nullified. And I mean to a point where I was only getting 10 points for a hit and 20 for a kill. So not exactly much. Also, as I had some very powerful guns, it wasn't like I needed many bullets to kill zombies. But what made it worse was the fact I'd be getting no more drops, like they were just gone. No more double points or max ammos, and I needed to get 35,000 points to beat the map, meaning I was in a bit of a predicament. But I came up with a plan, and this plan worked very well. You see, there was 3 guns on the wall and one was the Vapor, so I bought it, and it was still pretty good, and it also did a pretty damn good job at killing the zombies. Plus, it was cheap to buy ammo. So for the next 20 minutes, I basically stood still with an Pack-a-Punch Vapor and just shot zombies. So I could A, get the points needed to beat the map, and B, not run out of ammo and die. And I'm not gonna lie, after all the hell this map put me through on both of the occasions I've played it, this was quite an anticlimactic way to beat the map. But after 20 minutes of slowly grinding out the points I needed, I ran down to the Bible ending, and I finally beat this god-forsaken map. Never again do I have to play this headache of a map, and with that, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.